Alright, guys, so I'm going to be doing a review of a comic that actually exists. Yep. As you saw from the title and was like, no, there's no way, right? There's no way. Nope. We're going to be doing a review of Winnie the Pooh Demon Hunter. Yep. This is real. This is a real book that exists. You knew the moment it became, when Disney lost, when Winnie the Pooh became public domain, people took and ran with it. Look at Blood and Honey. So, this is another book that came from my good friend Chris. Chris, thank you once again for these comics. And, yeah, so let's dive into it. The best way to describe this is... Actually, the best way to describe this is Winnie the Pooh if it was in Ruby. That's really the only way I could describe it. Because, really, they make the 100-acre wood into, like, 4 kingdoms ruled by, if I can remember who it is. It is 4 kingdoms ruled by the Mad Hatter, Mother Goose, the Queen of Hearts, and the Sleeping Beauty. So we have these 4 kingdoms that rule the 100-acre wood, and they all have their own demons and whatnot. And among them, in Sleeping Beauty's army, is Winnie the Pooh and Christopher Robin, who are demon hunters and soldiers who alongside Little Red Riding Hood, fight monsters and the other 3 kingdoms for control of the 100-acre wood. The main story of this is them. They're looking for that. That Pooh and Christopher Robin are looking for Piglet. They're searching for Piglet in this story, who is also a young demon hunter. Right at the gate, if you can imagine, this book is not meant to be taken seriously. The title should give you the indication that this book should not be taken seriously in any way, shape, or form. I will be honest, I finished this all in one night. I finished both volumes in one night, because I think it's only 2-3 chapters of... Well, no. The first volume is literally 2.5 issues. One's with 2 issues and a backup story, and the second one is about 3-4 issues, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. It's not... These are... This is clear anime inspiration. You have Winnie the Pooh with a chainsaw. They don't really make a lot of rules of, like, if we're in a medieval world, why does Winnie the Pooh have a chainsaw? Or why does Christopher Robin have, like, anime tone to him? Because clearly the guy who wrote this has watched a ton of anime, and like I said, I would not be shocked if Ruby was also inspiration for this book as well. There's no doubt in my mind that Ruby probably also played a role in here. Because they do show... Let me just show you a picture of Little Red Riding Hood real quick. Yep. Look familiar? Look familiar? Yeah. So, the characters are all fine. It's a lot of fun. I actually like Eeyore in here. Eeyore is like this grizzled, like that he trained Pooh and Christopher Robin to be demon hunters. And I kind of imagine when I was reading this comic, I was kind of imagining Christopher Sabat, the guy who voices Piccolo and, of course, Vegeta and All Might. I was kind of imagining him doing the voice for Eeyore. I was just like imagining Sabat's voice for Eeyore, because they make him like this grizzled, scarred demon hunter who is just like done with everything, and he's like their master. They do. There's also. I'm not going to say where all the other characters are. I believe in a few. They are doing a new volume that's going to involve Tigger. But as for if you're wondering where Owl, Rabbit, Roo, and all the other characters are, I'm not going to say where they are, because you just kind of see the fun in it. But this is more about Christopher Robin and Winnie the Pooh and their friendship. And there's a lot of references, like Christopher always says, like, "You silly old bear, what are you doing?" Or there's clear references to the TV show, to the old animated movie. There's Balloon, and sometimes Winnie the Pooh will go, "Oh, bother," This is way more entertaining than Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. I'm just telling you right now. Fuck that movie. That was just garbage. But this was way more entertaining because it really understands let's have fun with a bloody subject, but also understand this is Winnie the Pooh. Let's have fun with it and not make it like some uber dark, edgelord, slasher movie that fails in that regard. This is a book that is what Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey should have been. It's just a fun property. Are they short reads? Yes. Is there some inconsistencies in the art? Yeah, but that's this was like guerrilla style warfare to write these books. So hats off to the writer. I believe the writer's Nicholas Muller, and written and illustrated by Nicholas Muller. There is some. I think Muller's artwork. I think he's a decent writer because he's playing on the jokes. But I also think that the artwork, I don't know if it's like the trade, like there's some inking inconsistencies. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. But all in all, Nicholas Muller did a good job with these volumes, and I would not be opposed to reading more of this because it's ridiculous. It's absolutely, these are some fast reads. Like I said, I got this done in I read both of these in under an hour. So if that gives you an indication. So, yeah, do I recommend Winnie the Pooh Demon Hunter? Yeah, if you're looking for something ridiculous and a fast read, go check it out. Go check it out. I think this is on, like, a GoFundMe page. This is a very independent book. And Chris, thank you once again for the comic, and looking forward to the other comics you always send. You always send gold in some capacity or another, brother. Anyway, so... other than that, I am Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.